Hey everyone, alright, in this video let's talk about D23 Expo predictions. I got a great question from a subscriber. I'm going to read you the question and then we're going to dig right in. And the question comes from Michael Cohen and they're asking, love your videos. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I would love to see you do a D23 announcement prediction video. What do you think will be announced at D23 this year? Well, thank you so much for that question. And it's a really, really good question. So I'm going to keep my predictions centered around Disneyland Resort. Okay, I'm just going to kind of dive into Disneyland right now. What do I think will be announced? Well, I'm going to start off with what do I think the most likely is. The most likely is a lot of Marvel Land news. Okay, that's the big project right now at California Adventure. It's already in full swing. No pun intended with the Spider-Man jokes, whatever, but it is in full swing. And I think that we're going to get a lot more concept art. I think we're going to get a lot more news in regards to what kind of attraction we can expect out of Spider-Man. I think that's a given. We might even see maybe the ride vehicles, like a ride vehicle on display for the Spider-Man ride. So yeah, overall, a lot of Marvel Land news. I think we're going to learn a great deal about this upcoming land at this D23 Expo. I think that's the most likely. That's almost a guaranteed. Now, what do I think is possible but less likely? Well, a Fantasyland expansion announcement and a Tomorrowland revamp announcement. Now, out of those two, the more likely is Fantasyland expansion. You're probably asking why. Okay, Disney, as you all know, is IP obsessed. They're franchise obsessed. Okay, since Marvel is getting its own land at California Adventure, and since Star Wars is getting its own land at Disneyland, that sort of dried the well up for possibilities for Tomorrowland in terms of IP. There's not a whole lot of IP, big IP, that they can put into Tomorrowland now with Marvel and Star Wars already out of the picture. So for that reason, I think they're going to focus on Fantasyland. Fantasyland has the heavy-hitting IP. You have Frozen, which is a billion-dollar franchise, and Frozen 2, which is coming out very soon, is going to be a massive hit. It's going to be another billion-dollar movie. And on top of that, even Frozen aside, you have the princesses in general, which is a massive, massive industry for Disney. I mean, they make a ton of money on these princesses. It's an enormous brand. You know, things like Beauty and the Beast have become kind of relevant again with the live action film, which again made over $1 billion. So the heavy hitting IP is really where, you know, where Fantasyland is at. Right? I mean, there's so many huge, massive properties that you can put into Fantasyland. You don't have that possibility in Tomorrowland. You just don't. You know, you can say Big Hero 6 or WALL-E, but those IPs are nowhere close to the money makers for Disney as like a Frozen or a princess movie. You know what I'm saying? They're not even in the same galaxy. So for that reason, I think the priority will be Fantasyland for Disney. So one of those two things might be announced. I'm leaning more towards Fantasyland though. Other things that we might hear come out of this this expo is, you know, we might get some more details on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You know, it was really surprising to a lot of us a few weeks or last week when they announced the attraction. I mean, we thought that they were going to wait until D23, right? But they didn't. So I think at D23, they'll take the opportunity to give us more detail in regards to, you know, the attraction. Maybe they'll show us some of the show scenes. Maybe they'll give us, you know, like a small taste of the theme song, the original theme song coming to this attraction. So I think that is definitely on the table. And also worth noting, the fact that Disney did not wait to announce Runaway Railway at D23, you know, it's pretty big news, but they didn't wait for D23. The fact that they announced it last week instead is a sign, a hint that there's other big things that they might want to announce at the expo for Disneyland. So I think that was actually very, very encouraging. So that's pretty much where we're at with my predictions. That's where I think they're going to go. Way down the list is like a fourth hotel. I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible. They might surprise us, but I think that's really, really, really unlikely. You know, I don't know. I don't think they're really going to go that route. But we'll see. You know, hey, they surprised us a couple years ago with Pixar Pier. There might be an announcement this year that's going to really shock us all. We will have to wait and see. But what are all of your predictions? I really do want to hear what you guys think will be announced for Disneyland Resort at this upcoming D23 Expo. Comment them below. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. And as always, have a magical day.